Hi, and welcome to this special masterclass, Instant Good Impressions in English. It's a special event connected with the promotion of my course, Get the Job. And today you're going to learn how to make an instant good impression in 3 very common professional situations. Let's have a look. So, first of all, so that everyone can hear, can you just please mute your microphone if you're watching this on the live event? This way we don't have any noise and everyone can hear clearly. Thanks. All right, what's on the program today? First, I'm going to introduce myself in case you don't know me. But then we're going to get into the real program, which is how to introduce yourself in interviews, meetings, and networking events. And at the end, I'll give you a short little presentation of the Get the Job course and how it helps you in case you're interested in getting more details and seeing how this will help you to become more comfortable in English. Now, just a quick check to see if you're in the right place. If you feel like your English is limiting your professional life, you're in the right place. If you feel like your school level of English means that you don't feel credible in your job in English, maybe you feel like, your level of English doesn't reflect your level of skills or your level of knowledge, you're in the right place. And if you want opportunities on projects or in companies where a good level of English is necessary, you're definitely in the right place. And if you feel even more uncomfortable when speaking English in high stakes situations, interviews, meetings, meeting new people, that's already stressful. But then if you have to do it in English and that's not your language, that can be really uncomfortable. So if that's a problem for you, this is going to help you. Now, a little bit about me, because I want to introduce myself and, share with you who I am. Some of you may know that I am from Mississippi in the USA. But now I live in France. I've lived in France for about 13 years now. But I always like to go back and visit my friends and my family back in Mississippi as often as I can. I've been teaching business English since 2004. So I have a lot of experience going out to companies, to working in companies, and helping them with their different professional situations in English. And more recently, I've been teaching online since 2015. Some of you have been following my videos online since the beginning, and I just want to say thank you for that. Some of you are maybe newer to the Speak English community, but thank you for being here. It's always a pleasure to work with you guys online, even if we don't see each other in real life. I definitely enjoy working with you. Just a little bit about what I do, and you might already be familiar with some of these things. You know that I've written the book What the Foot, which is a book completely written in English to help you avoid 32 frequent mistakes in English. I've created the ultimate guide to a perfect CV in English. 2 online courses, Successful Small Talk and Get the Job. And Successful Small Talk, I was really excited because it was a finalist for an award for innovation in business English last year. And of course, the Conf Call Confidence Pack, which helps make your meetings and conf calls easier in English, especially with Americans, Chinese, and Indians because of the accent. And of course, I teach online and do coaching, and some of you maybe have already joined one of my programs. So thank you for that. But you see, I've tried to create a lot of things to help you improve your English. But none of that would be possible if I wasn't surrounded by the right people. If you surround yourself with the right people, you're much more likely to meet your goals. For me, maybe that's being surrounded by fantastic students who you can see in the top, going to meet them in different places. Maybe it's, for me, being surrounded by people who help me to grow as a teacher and as a business owner. Down at the bottom, you can see my own coaches, my little mastermind group. And for you, when you join one of my courses, any of the programs, you get an invitation to the special student hangout so that you can surround yourself with highly motivated students who want to improve their English and who want to meet people who also want to become better in English. So this way you join a real community that helps you to become a better person in English. And of course, I'm sure that you already know Speak English with Christina. And something I want to say thank you for is that today there are more than 100,000 Speak English ambassadors who are learning English with me. You're one of them, and so I just want to say thank you so much for allowing me to help you and to help other people. I'm really thankful for that, so thanks a lot. Now, let's get into the program for today. The real reason why you're here, it's to learn to introduce yourself in meetings, interviews, and networking events. And we'll start with networking. So the first thing, when you introduce yourself, don't feel like you need to make a presentation. It's more like a game of ping pong where you go back and forth. You don't have to make a monologue presentation, but it's like a natural conversation and you're just talking about yourself. So, your name, job title, maybe 1 to 2 sentence basic summary of what you do, but you perhaps don't need to do a presentation of your career history. No. And we're going to see an example. For example, let's imagine a conversation between Lisa and Mark. And I'm going to read this for you so that you can just listen and read along. Hi, I'm Lisa. I work in R&D for a car company in California. Nice to meet you. I'm Mark. I work at OVH, a cloud computing company in France. Oh, interesting. What do you do exactly? I'm a database administrator. Basically, I take care of backup and security. Wow, sounds important. Yeah, kind of. Just last week, we had a giant crash at my company, OVH, and we had to fix it quickly because 3 million sites went down. It was pretty messy. What about you? What do you do? Oh, I work in R&D. I'm in charge of finding ways to reduce production costs. How long have you been doing that? Probably about 11 years now. I basically started in production and worked my way up. Oh, and how did you do that? Well, I did my internship there and when I was in school and then got hired. They said they were really impressed with my creative cost reduction ideas. So they kept me and I've just moved up in my career. So you see that with this conversation, that's what it is. It's a conversation. You're going back and forth. You're presenting something about yourself, but you're also asking about the other person. And you can, it really makes it more natural. And just to give you an example from a student that I have recently been working with, this is what he said about this change that he saw. I just started in my department, in my company, and my colleagues all speak good English. I wanted to make a good impression, and Christina's technique works. Thanks. I used the ping pong introduction with my colleagues, and it's much better than my school introduction before. I feel more natural and comfortable, more professional. And that's right, because this is the natural, professional way to introduce yourself in a networking discussion. So just to give you some key language, some important expressions, part of my work involves, for example, part of my work involves traveling to the US every 3 months, or my job involves putting together training days for the resellers. Another expression, I've been. And you probably know this one, but I want to pay attention to the grammar here. I've been in this job since 2002, since a date, and I've been with the company for 9 years, so 4 in a duration. I'm in charge of the training department, it's a noun, or I'm in charge of creating training programs, the verb plus ing. And this is, just to let you know, this is an extract from the lesson, You and Your Job, talking about yourself in everyday conversations. It's the bonus lesson that you get when you join the Get the Job course. So that's a little sample, but you get all of the worksheets and everything to really work on that and become better at that yourself. Now, let's look at the next situation. Introduce yourself in interviews. First, we want to structure your answer with present, past, future. So you'll start by talking about your current situation. Then, next, you'll transition to your past, to your previous experience, and how it helped you learn important skills that are useful for your current situation. And then you want to jump forward to the future and why you're excited about the opportunities that this job offers. And we're going to look at an example. So you're present. Right now, I'm a project manager at Schneider, where I coordinate teams spread across different sites in France. That's your current activity. You can also include a few details about special accomplishments or successes in your current jobs to highlight something good that you've done. I led the ABC project. I increased the turnover. I increased the speed at which we completed projects. I created or implemented a training program for my team. Then you go to your past. So before that, I worked as a senior software developer in the same company where I got experience managing a small team. So again, talking about how this was helpful for you. Or, in my career, I've worked as a software developer and team manager for 2 different companies. This gave me the opportunity to work on different types of projects and to experience different approaches to project management. So again, highlighting things that you've learned and experiences that you've had. And then you go to the future. What I'm looking for now is a company like HP, where I can join a strong team and use my leadership skills to increase the performance of that team. So this gives you a clear structure. It allows you to present the key points of your present situation, your relevant past experience, and it's clear what you're looking for in the future. Now, don't try to present everything about your career. Your answer will be long and boring, and it's not going to help you. So carefully choose the information that you present to correspond to the description of the job you want. You really want to carefully choose your examples so that the interviewer says, wow, this might be the right person for us. Yeah. Don't try to put everything in your presentation. And here's an example of how this technique really works. This is from Annabelle. You perhaps met her earlier this week with her story. And she said, the Get the Job course really helped me structure my responses and give not too much, not too little details. It helped me to reduce the length of my answers and give only the best details. Result, my answers had more impact and I got hired. And I haven't seen anything else like this course on the market. So she really had a before and after situation, and she clearly saw how doing this makes your answers a lot stronger. And let me give you just a complete example so you can see what this sounds like. Imagine an interviewer says, okay, tell me about yourself. And you answer, well, Right now, I'm a project manager at Schneider, where I coordinate teams based at different sites in France. Last year, for example, I led the E2E project, which was one of the biggest projects we've worked on to date. Before that, I worked as a senior software developer in the same company, where I got experience managing small teams. And now I'd love to bring my skills to a company like HP that runs international projects and where I can have a positive impact on how the entire project management process. Okay, so you see, that's the answer. That's all. It takes a minute, maybe, but it gives the interviewer, let's say, things that they can ask more questions about if they want. And again, this is an extract. This is from the complete first lesson in the Get the Job course, how to answer Tell Me About Yourself. And you can actually go and try this lesson for yourself. Do the entire lesson. Watch the video, do the worksheets, and see how much that's going to help you with this very, I'd say basic, but basic because you just need to master this. And that's why you can actually just test this lesson for free. To get the lesson, to try it out, go to this address, ChristinaRubafayCourses.com/join-get-the-job, and look for the button that says click here to try a complete lesson, and you'll have access to that lesson, and you can do it and see how it helps you. All right. Now, let's look at introducing yourself in meetings. So meetings and conf calls, of course. Now, there's a basic structure that you can use to make this very simple. Your first name and last name, like Christina Rubafay. Then your role in the company in 1 or 2 sentences, no more. And how long you've been in the company, and your current position, so you're giving people a little background about you, and then your role in the meeting. Why are you there, basically? And let's look at this. So, your name. You know this already. I'm Christina Rubafay, sorry, or my name's Christina Rubafay. Your role in the company. So, I'm responsible for, this could be your activities or your department. My job is to train the staff, for example. I work in training, or I work in marketing. I work in the human resources department, and I take care of hiring new talent, or I take care of helping our marketing team to define their goals. You don't need to use all of these expressions, but this is like a selection of expressions that you can use. Then, how long you've been in the company. So again, we saw this earlier. I've been with the company for 7 years, or I've been managing the department since 2014. Just a little background. You don't have to give your entire career history. And then finally, your role in the meeting. And again, these are 3 examples, but you can choose one. For example, I'm here to tell you about our sales from the last quarter. Or I'll talk about our business forecasts for the next year. Or I'm in this meeting to listen and get some ideas for our marketing campaigns. So maybe you're just in the meeting to listen. You don't have a presentation. That's okay. You can say that with, I'm in this meeting to listen to you, or to get an update, or to see the presentation on whatever. And again, how this helps you. Let me share another student success story. This is from Isabel, who is an industrial supplier risk manager. And she said, I never knew what to say to introduce myself at the start of a meeting, but this structure is so easy. Yeah, and I agree, it's really easy. It may seem not too important. It's just a meeting, right? But I feel a lot more comfortable when I start a meeting by giving a good image of myself. I feel more legitimate. So this is like Isabel says, it's very easy to make this change, but it will make a big difference in the way you feel because you start that meeting speaking good English and giving a good impression. And here's an example of a complete introduction that you can copy and personalize for yourself. Hi, my name is Valerie Rayard. I'm the sales manager for North America, and I'm responsible for a team of 50 people. I've been with the company for 11 years and in my current position for 2 years. Today, I'm going to talk about our new sales plan for the United States. Thanks. So you see, it's short, it's simple, it's easy to understand, it's very clear, and it's correct. So just try that in your next meeting or conf call. And this one is an extract from Conf Call Confidence. This is the course where you learn to make meetings easier, even with Indian, Chinese, and American accents. And it's a complete course that you can get for free when you join Get the Job before tonight, Monday, November 13th at 11:59 p.m. So it's like you're getting 2 courses for the price of 1, basically. And it's going to help you with all the different aspects of making conf calls just easier because conf calls are horrible. And in English, they're even worse. So this is a very interesting course for you. Now, with all of this, you see you've got the must master skills, the skills that you need to master for making a good impression, how to structure your answers especially. You get the expressions in English so that you're saying it correctly and the strategies that work to help you with this. And put that together and you're going to have success of making good impressions and starting your business conversations on a nice, positive, confident note. Now, I want to tell you a little bit about the Get the Job course if you're interested in it and you want to find out more to make sure that it's the right course for you. Now, the course is structured like an interview. Even though it's not only useful for interviews, I thought it was interesting to take the approach of structuring it like an interview with each question has a dedicated module. And you can see these here, but also on the page that presents the course. These are typical questions that you'll get in an interview, but they're also the things that you need to be able to talk about when you are meeting new people, when you're networking, trying to connect with clients or business partners, when you're in meetings, sometimes you have to talk about these things. And this is why it's called Get the Job, because whether it's a new job, a promotion, a project, a mission, you want to be able to be selected for it. And so this is how it's going to help you. If your problem is you don't know what to include and you don't know what's too many details, you'll learn to focus on the best examples from your career, the high impact examples, so that you present yourself as the right person for that project or that job. If your problem is you don't have the vocabulary to talk about your career, you're lacking vocabulary, you learn all the words that highlight your value and the expressions to explain this clearly and correctly. If your problem is you feel like your English isn't convincing or credible or just professional, you sound like you're a little blocked by your English, you get the natural expressions that we use in the real work world. This course is based on interviews that I did with interviewers and recruiters. So they basically told me what they wanted to hear, what they wanted to see, and I put it in the course. If your problem is you feel blocked or unsure or hesitant, well, you learn what to talk about and how to say it. This course teaches you, what things to mention and how to do it in correct English. Concretely, the course is video lessons, about 10 to 15 minutes of video lessons. prep sheets. So these are the documents that help you step by step to create your own examples, your own answers. And you have a video that is an example of an interview so that you can hear all of these techniques and this vocabulary in a, let's say, spontaneous, fluent conversation between two Americans. So that all of this, you know what to say and you know how to say it correctly to talk about your experience, your value, your strengths, and your ambitions. And again, I want to highlight 2 success stories because I'm always so proud of the students who take this course, who work with it, and who make a change in their life. Like Jessie, she's a product manager, and after this course, she felt like she had more fluent, more correct English. In her interview, she gave clear, structured answers, and as a result, she signed her first long-term contract. So we were very proud that she was able to do that. Rafaela, who is an executive assistant, she took the course and she used the techniques for interviews both in English and her native language. Like I said, you've got techniques and strategies, which are valuable for any language. She felt much more comfortable and confident in English because we worked on the vocabulary and the expressions. And as a result, she changed jobs. She got a job that was closer to her home and with a better salary. So it's a great situation to be in. You save time, you're close to home, and you make more money. So we were very excited about that also. Now, you've got 2 options if you want to join the Get the Job course. The first option is the Essentials Pack, which is the online course. You get immediate access to the 12 video lessons, preparation sheets, the interview simulation videos. You get transcripts of those interviews because they are in, let's say, spontaneous, natural English. They're not scripted. You get access to that private Facebook community so you can surround yourself with the people who are going to help you be successful. And you get access to all of that for life with the Essentials Pack. And you've got the option of 6 monthly payments of 35 euros. So it's very accessible. Or you can save a little money and make a single payment of 147 euros. The second option, if you are really interested in live speaking practice and working directly with me personally, is the coaching pack. This is a group coaching offer. So it'll be me, you, and a very small group of other motivated students so that you can learn together. You get access to the online course, so everything in the Essentials Pack, plus 3 months of live coaching with me and the other students. And again, this one, to make it more accessible, 9 monthly payments of 144 euros. Or again, if you want to save 300 euros, which is, a nice amount to save, you can make one single payment of 996 euros and you get 3 months of live coaching. So it's a pretty good deal, actually. And you can get more information about that at the address that's on the screen here. So just to sum up the different offers that you have, there's the Essentials Pack with the monthly payments or the single payment, and the Coaching Pack, which includes the live sessions with me once a week, every week for 3 months. And the details of the dates are on the presentation page for the course, which the address is just below at the bottom of this page. So you just go and pick your pack. Now, if you join before 11:59 p.m. tonight, this is Monday, November 13th, you also get for free that complete course, the Call Confidence course, to make your meetings easier in English. You also get the bonus lesson, talking about yourself in everyday conversations, that we looked at a short extract from that today. And you also get surprising tips to succeed in Skype and phone interviews. Phone interviews and Skype interviews in English are difficult even for us native speakers. And this is about 20 pages, about a 20-page guide so that you can avoid being eliminated in that first pre-screening interview, which is often done by phone or by Skype. And you also get the ultimate guide to a perfect CV in English. So that, even if you're not looking for a job right now, you can update your CV, when you need to, so that it's always current, correct, and convincing. And I recommend that you do this just regularly so that if you have some kind of opportunity or someone asks to see your CV, you can send it within a very short time. That always looks more professional when you can respond quickly than if you take 2 days because you were busy updating your CV at the last minute. So that guide can be useful even if you're not looking for a job. And also you get inside advice from a former recruiter who has interviewed more than 5,000 people. And I interviewed him, and he basically told me what to do and what not to do for a successful interview. So this is probably one of the most valuable bonuses that you can get. And you get all of this for free if you join today, Monday, November 13th. And the value is 156 euros if you bought all of this separately, and you get it for free. So it's, I would say it's something that's going to help you to be more successful in your career, and it would be a great idea to take advantage of this because I've never offered this kind of offer. So take advantage of it. Like I said, the offer disappears tonight at 11:59 p.m. Some of these bonuses are disappearing, but if you miss the deadline, because it happens, you can still get some of those very valuable bonuses. The surprising tips to succeed in Skype and phone interviews, the inside advice, and the bonus lesson talking about yourself in everyday conversations, because that's so useful and it's such an important skill to master. Also, because you attended this live masterclass, I want to give you a special gift. So if you join the coaching pack, you can also get a free individual session with me. We'll plan it, we'll organize it together. But if you join the coaching pack tonight before midnight, before 11:59 p.m. tonight, Monday, November 13th, we will also have a free individual session when you want, just you and me, and we'll work on your personal situation in English. And so the information about the coaching pack is at the address below. Now, like I said, deadline, don't miss it, tonight, November 13th. It's 11:59 p.m. CET, so Central European Time, just a precision there. And also, if you're still hesitating, you think maybe this course is for you, but you're not, you just want to check it out. You have 30 days to test the course. So you can get the course, test it for 30 days, look at all of the modules, and if you decide it's just not for you, just let me know. I'll reimburse you. No questions asked, but you keep the bonuses. So there is absolutely no risk in trying this course. So like I said, you've got the 2 offers, the Essentials Pack with the online course, the Coaching Pack, the online course, plus 3 months of live coaching, and all of the information is at the address at the bottom of the slide here. All right, and that's all for today. So if you have any questions about any of this, please send me an email at contact@christinarubafe.com. I'll be happy to answer your questions and help you decide if this course is for you. But like I said, it's not just for job interviews. It's useful for, of course, job interviews, any other kind of interview in your career, promotions, to get selected for a mission, annual performance evaluations, but also for any situation where you want to be able to highlight your experience and to show the value that you can bring to a project, a partnership, or just in a meeting. So if you have any questions, send me an email. I'll be happy to help you. And I'm really looking forward to helping you improve your business English, becoming more comfortable and more confident with this course. All right, thanks, and I'll see you later.